So hello and welcome. Today I'm talking with Iyan Bruvold of Folky Strum Strum, Travis Sharuk, Denver Venoit, and Bryn Porter of the Party on High Street. So before we get started, I would like to acknowledge an oversight in these videos leading up to this point and thank our dear board member, Doug Koyama, for pointing out to me that I have been neglecting to include an acknowledgement of the territory we're on. So I'm speaking to you from the traditional unceded territories of the Quilt. The history of this place, Prince George, like most of BC and Canada, is one of violence and land theft and genocide. And my presence here is a direct result of colonization. So that, of course, motivates kind of an ongoing self-reflection and community reflection and how we hold ourselves accountable for those histories and ensure we're working towards an anti-colonial future. So I'm exceptionally grateful to live here and for everything the territories of the Quilt have offered me, and to have a community who continues to foreground these conversations. So yeah, thanks Doug, thanks to the MOM Board of Directors, and yeah, thank you all for being here. We've kind of come full circle with these interviews now. Iyan has been on the other side of things, hearing his song covered by Saltwater Hank. That was the first of the series here. And then today we're going to hear the Party on High Street song covered by Iyan. So in case you haven't had a chance to check out the other interviews, my name is Kate. I am a board member for the Music Fundamental Society. Yeah, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity to kind of check in with friends and chat about their music. Yeah, so thanks everyone. Nice to see you all.
You bet. It's awesome.
You bet.
All over the map here.
Yeah. So maybe to start off, we can just do a quick update. Where are y'all calling in from, and how are you keeping busy these days? Travis, let's start with you.
Sure. I'm in Victoria, the Songhees Nation, Klingon speaking people, down in my basement, Tear Out the Transformer music studio. And yeah, I've been continuing to paint, so making some time to go camping, throwing the disc golf, yeah, playing a lot of bass these days. Kind of feel like I've gone kind of full circle there, Bryn. I got a bass multi-effects pedal the other day. And, yeah, I'm there, dude. So
yeah. How about you, kiddo? Where are you, Denver?
I'm in Montana's in Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Keeping busy out of Montana's. That's great.
Yeah, it's my vacation weekend, so I'm driving 8 hours to camp at Pincher Creek, but I happen to be here right at the perfect timing.
Right on. How about you, Iyan?
I'm in Rolla, BC, and yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, I'm in Jed's office, actually, is where I'm at. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the pandemic project. Nice.
Yeah, yes.
I was gonna say, it looks like a new room. Yeah.
Yeah, I built Jen a little office because she's been working from home, so it's been great for us and her, because then there's separation from work and life, right? So
yeah, that's the real challenge with the pandemic work situation, hey?
Exactly.
How about you, Bryn? We're under the same moniker right now. We both say Kate Partridge at the bottom of the screen, but you are in fact Bryn Porter.
That is true.
Yeah.
I am in fact in our 17-month-old's room. It's got a good vibe in here, Silky hen design. Evan Campbell painted the walls. It's
epic.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and if you face the camera the other direction, you'll see a T-Rav original on the walls too. There it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so the song we're going to listen to today is Inuksuk. It's by the Party on High Street, covered by Folky Strum Strum.
What?
Oh, you didn't even know which song was being covered yet?
No.
Oh, right on. Okay.
I had a feeling, but nice.
Yeah. So it's the 8th release off this album of cover songs, all recorded by musicians who were scheduled to be at the MOM 2020 festival, of course, before everything was canceled. So we'll talk a little bit more about the album after, but what do you say? Should we just listen to the song? Yeah? Get right to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iyan, you got anything to say prior to the listen?
Oh, take a listen, Trav, and
All
we'll
right.
talk.
Okay.
All right, here it is.
Get all your clothes wet and breathe fire tonight. We got a mile to go, yeah, so just sit tight. You got a piece of dipper stuck in your shiny black hair. Looks better than it did in the air. If you're just floating down the river, then stack up some debris and rock me like an Inuksuk, baby. Sedimentary skin, yeah, I stand my ground. I never really was lost, but now I guess I'm found. In the palm of your hand, I will do anything you say. But when you look away, I will stay. If you're just floating down the river, then stack up some debris and rock me like a Inuksuk, baby.
There it is. Inuksuk, Party on High Street,
Wow.
covered by Folky Strum Strum.
Oh, dude.
So tell me what you're thinking. I don't know. T-Rev, let's start with you.
Wow, dude. That's amazing. Oh, did you play all the instruments on there, or did you?
No.
Who else is on there?
Bryn did the washboard bass, I believe, and Danny did the garbage cans and stuff, and all the other.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to play a regular bass if I was covering my own song.
I was like, what is that sound going on? That's so cool. And then how many stringed instruments did you play that riff on?
Oh, okay, the riff.
It's the twangiest thing, dude.
I did.
It's so twangy. It's so cool.
I played it on guitar and I played it on a mandolin and I had a slide steel guitar.
Okay.
I had a dobro actually, but it's a steel. Yeah.
Word.
And was there like a reverse guitar in there too? Like, did you?
Oh
put
yeah,
something
no,
in
I
reverse?
threw some what do you call it? Backtracks.
Mm-hmm.
And they just so happened to work in unison with all the certain things. Of course, I had to do some editing on it, but yeah, it was. And of course, yeah, I did do what do they call it? I forget what it's called, but at the end there was an effect I put on to make it. It stretches your whatever you've been recording.
Stretch the audio to make it sound all that distortion and like crazy.
Yeah, and it just takes it, scratches it, so it stays in that key, and it just could go on forever for infinity, right?
Right.
How about you, kiddo? Any impressions? Is that what you expected the cover to sound like?
So I think I've been with the group 7 or 8 years now, and we did the acoustic album. That was my first introduction to the Party on High Street, and then we went full bore electric on the next album, which is great. But it took me years to figure out the sound of the Party on High Street, and that song on the album we went full electric. But when I hear that song, I think that's exactly what they were going for the whole goddamn time I've been in the group. So that to me is exactly perfect of what they've always wanted. And if you took away the amps, that's exactly it. So it's right on
What I'm
par.
hearing is we should give the drummer a garbage can.
Yeah, get you the garbage back there, bud.
Hey, it's been like two years from playing drums, and I probably do play like that.
That unplugged twanging guitar, yeah, like that's us on the street there. Yep, unplugged playing that.
Like we that was my first song I had to learn with Party on High Street on the first tour I was with them, and we went in this band's house in Edmonton, and they showed me that song, and that's exactly what I heard. I didn't know what the F was going on, so
Yeah,
you know, if I heard that version, I would have been like, absolutely, that's exactly what was going on right now.
Oh man. How about you, Bryn? Like you've heard the song before because you played on it. But what's it like to hear one of your songs covered? Is that the first time a Party on High Street song has been covered, to your knowledge?
I think so.
I think.
Sweet. What's that like?
Yeah, it feels great, especially have someone like Iyan do his thing to it. Like it's yeah, I don't know. Iyan is a master of tasteful. What's the word? Trying to find the right word for good slop. Loose. Like the amount of times that we've gotten Iyan on stage with us, and it's just added so much, whether the riff's there or not. It's been so great every single time. And I'm honored that you took that one on, Iyan.
So Iyan, how did you go about choosing the song? You obviously had a number of albums to kind of take your pick of. How did you immediately know you were going to choose that one, or was it a bit of a process?
Oh, it was a process because I have a lot of musicians that I do know and revere, which is Party on High Street. There's no doubt about it. And been able to grace the stage with, play with. They've came and played with me, and a lot of times there's always been a relationship. So I at first thought, well, I was gonna do it in my own fashion. I thought, well, I'll take a week. I'll start listening to other people's music because there was musicians that weren't on there, right? And I guess I was sitting there thinking, oh boy, I don't want to sit there and delay this any longer. I got to make a decision. And so I called Bren and I asked him, okay, how about this person, who? And then he basically told me, Ian, you got only so many choices right now. And here I thought I did good. I thought, oh, in a week. Because musicians, they usually take a while, and I thought I was being a superstar, right? So anyway, he's like, no, Ian, you don't have a lot of time. And I was like, oh, Well, and I'm just going to go to the thing I know, and that's obviously like I've listened to you guys. I don't know how many times, and I've always been amazed by the performances, by the music. The one thing about you guys is you're very unique, and so to be honest with you, I wouldn't choose it right away because I really wouldn't think I would do it any justice, right? And basically, when I looked at the song, I was like, okay, I played it with banjo with you guys. It was so tough for me to figure out. I remember, and I was having a hard time with that song, right? So every time Bryn would ask me, "Hey, you want to come up and play?" I'd be like, "Oh God, I gotta practice this. I can't just go up and play with Party and screw them up, basically." So I looked at the song and I thought it already has a home, right? I've heard the album. I've seen you guys play it. I honestly didn't have any. I by no means was thinking I'm just gonna just blow this song up and make it awesome. I basically took a song that already has a home, put it in a back alley, and made it homeless. Right, is the way I felt, and I just was gonna, just. I can't do what you guys do, right? So I just, like I said, it already has a home. I was just gonna make it home.
Were you nervous for them to hear it for the first time?
I am very nervous. Yes, I mean I was, but now we're talking because I don't honestly think I really, Anyway.
Well, all the times, so you play with us a bunch at festivals and stuff, and I always assumed you picked the songs you wanted to play with us on, and I swear to God that you always chose that song to play. And I always thought to him, why the fuck would he want to learn that riff to play live when there's easier ones in our set list to play? So.
It's because you guys have this amazing performance with that song, and I've seen some of the best performances ever when you guys are playing that song. And I don't know how many times we've chucked food at you guys and stuff, and watched you guys try to screw you up, because it's just too good, right? And they'll take it, right? And I just honestly, I've seen that song played, and I just love that song. I've seen some amazing different performances that you guys have done of that song, and it just makes me want to put my fist in the air and scream, which I usually do. Yeah. So
maybe now's a good time to talk about our favorite mom memories. I mean, I definitely remember Ian, you throwing like bread and stuff onto the stage, and not really knowing you or knowing if that was cool. Turns out everyone was in the know. It was fine. You do have a favorite mom memory from years past? There's probably lots to choose from.
Oh wow.
I'll start watching you guys play that song. It was in 2016, I think it was, and you guys were just banging songs off like you. I just remember you guys playing that song. I don't think I was playing. I was not throwing food at you at this time. I was upstage in the front, and it was just such a great time. And then you guys played that song. I mean, you played so many songs that were awesome, but I don't know. I'm glued to that song too. There's no doubt about it.
I think I've already asked you, kiddo. That's in one of the other videos, the old man kid video. But how about you, T-Rev? You got a favorite mom memory from years past?
Oh, yeah, I was watching. I think you brought it up there, kiddo. But I think it was when we decided you were gonna come out and play some slide guitar during your drum solo. Or you got up to pretend you're going to the washroom, right? Like you always do.
Bryn got mad,
He came out as Bill Bradford and took up the slide guitar and started playing. And then I was on the drums, and Bryn just looked at me and he's like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even think we didn't even tell Bryn about this plan at all. I thought we did.
Yeah, he had no idea what was going on. He just thought I was being a little bad dude again, going to take a bathroom break during the middle of our set,
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of people who came after me and were like very confused for a bit and didn't figured it out. Took them a sec to realize.
I wore a t-shirt,
Our T-shirt has.
I have a memory when I met Iyan for the first time at Mom. It was my first Mom, and I didn't even know what folk music was that tour, because Dunbar was my introduction to folk music. I'm going from electric band, and I bring in a wash, those scraper things, the wash scraper, washboard, and brushes, and I think Brim was like, yeah, kiddo, he can play some folk drums. I was like, okay, yeah. And we were sitting in the back room at the old ski hill lodge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I met you, Iyan, and your band, Folky Strum Strum. And then I went on stage that night and they gave me sticks. And I had no idea what to do. And I think I murdered the whole set, because as soon as they gave me a full drum kit, took away that washboard, I just didn't know what to do. And I started wailing sticks all over the place. But that was my favorite Mom and my first introduction to meeting you and your band.
How about you, Bryn? I can't remember if I asked you in one of the other interviews. Do you have a favorite Mom memory?
Oh, the one that comes to mind right now is just the performance that we had on the side stage. I think it was just like a little 5-song tweener where we had Iyan up on one side, and then we had Wax Mannequin on the other doing hoocha noises for whatever.
Yeah.
There's this
going on. Like our little side set stages just seem to be like twice as rambunctious.
That was like 11:30 at night too, I think.
Yeah, Freedom Road caught that video. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Who brought
Maybe that's why I remember it.
So of course you're all longtime Mom performers. Do you think this project has managed to capture a little bit of that spirit of Mom? Do you feel like kind of like Mom community through this project at all?
Definitely, I hear ya. Yeah, I like these interviews and the listening of it and then people talking about the song after, I just want the festival to happen now,
Yeah.
Thanks. It's great.
Yeah. How about you, Iyan?
Sorry, I blanked out there. Can you give me the question again?
Do you feel like maybe the goal of this project was kind of to try and capture a little bit of that community spirit and that like family around Mom Fest. Do you feel like that project has done that for you?
It's there's been a connection. It's kind of helped get us through a weird time. There's no doubt about it. I find being busy in the arts in a different way is always a good way to keep your pencil sharp. And with Mom has always been a community to me from the get-go. I've started playing at Mom from the first show, and I would continue to always support the festival because I've found a great connection, and Mom has been a huge connection for me, and what in a lot of ways is just the outside world for me, aside from being at home and stuff, going to places that are I don't know, I really feel at home. It's like a Narnia. When I leave Rolla, I go to Mom and I get to go to another world, and it's like a fantasy land for me, a playground by all means for an adult like myself.
Yeah, I don't want to belabor the point too much. Kiddo and Bryn, I know you've answered that question before. Did you want to say anything else kind of about the Mom, the return to Mom, future moms, hopes for Mom, that kind of thing?
I would actually like to address my first comment. I feel like it might have come off wrong to Ian. Yeah, when I said that you have this particular kind of slop that I really like, I just want to reiterate that my favorite musicians in the world, including yourself, all have that slop. I don't mean that as a negative thing. I realize that could have come off.
No, I by no means took it that way.
Okay.
It wasn't even thought in my mind. No, not whatsoever.
Just wanted to clear that up. Okay.
I think anyone that knows you, Bryn, probably knows that slop is a compliment. But yeah, for the uninitiated, that's a good clarification.
Oh, no. I actually totally took it as a compliment because he's right. I sometimes do approach things in a very, yeah. I like that. I like going to that place, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you put it in words, and that's what I like. Hey.
Yeah. Guest star Karis Porter. Yeah, soon to be a mom, a festival baby.
Yes.
Pandemic permitting. Okay, well, thank you all. Thank you all. she's stealing the show. Thank you all so much for talking with me tonight. I really appreciate your time. Yeah, looking forward to kind of all being in the same place in the not so distant future. For those interested, you can find this track and others at momfest.bandcamp.com. The song Inuksuk is the 8th release of 19 over the next few months, so make sure you check back often. And the full album will be released sometime in mid-August, about when we would be gathering for Momfest under normal circumstances. Yeah, so you can stream it, but please consider buying it and supporting Music on the Mountain Society and future Momfests, because there will be future Momfests. We gratefully acknowledge the support of the BC Arts Council and our community near and far. So yeah, really nice to see you all. Thanks again. Take care.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too,
Love
man.
y'all.
See you soon.